Welcome back, YouTube. This is gonna be part 4 of the Python series that I'm doing. In our last video, we learned how to use functions. We learned the basics of functions and how to do a specific task with them. In this video, I'm gonna teach y'all about arguments and revise the stuff we have done before. So we're gonna delete all this code. Now, in our last video, we learned how to define a function. So you use the keyword def and then the function name. I'm going to use my function and open and close parentheses and a colon, and inside that you should have an indented block to indicate that the code you're writing is under this specific function. So I'm going to type in print hello world. So what this function will do is just print out this line of code. So I'm going to save it and let's run it. So the function doesn't just run. We have to call the function by using this function call. See, now it said hello world. So to run it in this program itself, what we need to do is we need to get out of this indentation and type in my function. Now this automatically calls this function in our program itself. So let's run it. See, now as soon as the program started, we didn't have to type the function name, but the function just came. Also note that if you call the function here, the function will also work again. So this was how to do a specific task with functions. Now I'm going to teach you all about arguments. Arguments are like sort of variables that you assign inside the function. For example, if I type in print first name and print last name, so as you can see, this will print out a variable called first name and this will print out a variable called last name. So, but where did these variables come from? They can't just come inside this function here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put first name over here and comma and last name over here. So now these are the function arguments. Arguments are variables that you put inside the function parentheses to include them in the function. I'll show you an example. So let's run it. Now it doesn't run like this, so we have to call the function first. So I'm gonna type in my function, open close parentheses, and inside them I'm gonna type first name as John and second name as William. Now what this did is this printed the two variables in two separate lines because we assigned first name to John and last name to William. So we can do all sorts of experiments with this, like for example, if we type in print first name plus last name and put a space in the middle. So what this will do is it will print the first name and then space and then last name on the same line. I'll show you an example. So let's type in my function. We'll use the same variables from before, John and William. See, this typed in the name with a space in the middle. So functions with arguments in them are different from normal functions. You can call them at the end of the program here. So we're gonna put John William here and run it. Now what this will do is print out John William because that's what we said to print over here. So not only for strings, these work for numerical values as well. So let's just clear this, and let's just clear this and this. So let's put a argument here, number 1, and another one, number 2, and over here print number 1 plus number 2, and let's put number 1 as 2 and number 2 as 2 as well. So this will print out 4 because we add the two arguments together. You can also use input values for these arguments, and they will do no difference because you don't need arguments over here. Actually, if you want to put inputs in a function, you can just put it normally, but arguments are special because they will help you in your journey for programming further. So now we are gonna revise what we have done. So just put number 1, number 2 as the arguments, and then you're gonna print, and you need 4 lines of these, and number 1 plus number 2 and over here copy and paste all of those, and this is gonna be number 1 minus number 2, number 1 into number 2, and number 1 divided by number 2. So what this function is gonna do is add the numbers and print that value, subtract number 2 from number 1 and print that value, multiply number 2 by number 1 and print that value, and divide number 1 by number 2. So I'm going to add a function call over here, same values as before. So, and let's run it. So we have 4, which is correct, 0, which is also correct, this is also correct, and 1, because 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Anyway guys, that was it for this video. Thank you for watching, and always be sure to subscribe and like the video. Comment on the comment section if you have any problems or like any issues with the lessons I'm doing, and yeah, that was it for this video. So goodbye.